The 9 UT Dallas students arrested while protesting on campus 3 months ago announced they will challenge the university's disciplinary sanctions. Fox 4's Lori Brown is in Richardson tonight with the story. Lori.
Steve, students and graduates say that the university's options require them to admit that they violated the student code of conduct. That's something they claim they did not do.
This is part of a campaign of repression against students and other protesters across the country, but particularly in Texas.
Early in the morning, May 1st, dozens of UT Dallas students joined a national movement of student protesters at universities across the country by setting up an encampment. Their demand that the university divest from companies that manufacture weapons being used in Israel's war on Hamas. Barricades and tents blocked access across UTD's Chess Plaza. Around 3:30 p.m., the university served protesters a letter.
We have been notified by the authorities that we may be found trespassing criminally.
About 15 minutes later, DPS troopers, Collin County Sheriff's deputies, Richardson, and campus police showed up in riot gear and began making arrests. 21 people were arrested. 9 of the detainees were students. Ben Wright, associate professor of history at UT Dallas, was one of 2 professors arrested for trespassing. He wrote a statement read by his colleague, calling the university's notice vague.
At no point did anyone from the university or from law enforcement make an announcement. They did not seek de-escalation, but rather sought a show of force, and they got it. Me and 20 others were bound at the wrists, waist, and feet.
After the arrests, the university said it gave protesters the opportunity to comply. A spokesman with the Collin County District Attorney's Office told me they've received the case from UT Dallas Police, and the trespassing cases are still being reviewed. Dan Sullivan represents what he calls the UT Dallas 21.
It is a very dangerous escalation of repression of protests and a very dangerous attack on free speech in the United States.
The students say they have met with the university regarding disciplinary options. Students who graduated in May would not have access to their degree or transcript until December. Musa Nahar is one of those students. Right now, he does not have access to his computer science degree.
Like whenever you have to ask, whenever they do a background check or when you have to check off who were you arrested, especially in this current economy, it's very difficult it's very easy to filter out those people with such outstanding records, and that would be similar in my case. And if there was to be any questions regarding my transcript, that would not be provided either.
Current students would have what is called a deferred suspension. That means any future violation of the student code of conduct would result in an automatic suspension.
The main reason we're not satisfied with that offer is because it forces us to admit to guilt on stuff that we do not think that we are guilty of.
The criminal cases submitted to the Collin County DA's office are Class B misdemeanors that could result in anything from probation to 6 months in jail. A spokesman for the DA's office says that the cases are still under review and no criminal charges have been filed yet. Steve.